Hi, and welcome to This Week in Panther Athletics. I'm your host, Mike Sadler. This week we're joined by new head cross country and track coach, Clinton Fletcher. It's a pleasure to have him here to join us to talk about the track and field program, but first we got to talk about all that's going on in Neosho County athletics. It's that time of year where it seems that nearly every team is in season. Our fall sports, men's and women's soccer, volleyball are deep into their season, and just this past week, men's and women's basketball kicked off their season, wrestling started their preseason training, so almost everyone's in season at this point. Women's soccer had a tough week as they dropped a pair of games to ranked opponents. Friday they lost to number 20 Johnson County. The final score was 3-1. Haley Kinsey scored the lone goal for the Panthers. And then on Sunday they traveled to number 16 Barton County and lost 5-1 there. Once again it was Haley Kinsey scoring their only goal. It doesn't get any easier for the Panthers moving forward as they'll face their third ranked opponent in a row this Saturday when they travel to Butler to take on the number 8 team in the nation in the Grizzlies. Men's soccer also dropped a pair of games over the week. They fell to 7-3-1 on the year. Friday night they lost to Johnson County in overtime. The final score was 2-1. David Bustos with the goal late in the second half to force overtime, but one of the leading scorers in the nation, Jorge Rivera from Johnson County, scored a goal just under 3 minutes into overtime to give the Panthers the loss. Then on Sunday they traveled to Barton County, who's receiving votes in the latest NJCAA poll. They got off to a slow start, and that hurt them as they weren't able to answer back, and Barton pulled away for the win. Once again, it was David Bustos scoring the only goal for the Panthers. But on a bright side, the Neosho County volleyball team is off to a great start. They continue their winning ways. They've now won 13 games in a row. They moved into the top 20 this past week for the first time since 2007. They're currently 18th in the latest poll. The last time they were ranked was in November of 2007 when they were ranked 16th. They played 2 games of the week and picked up a pair of wins. They beat Northeastern Oklahoma A&M out of Miami first on Monday. They beat them in 3-0 to extend their winning streak. And then Wednesday night, it was a tough match against Kansas City, Kansas Community College, who's also receiving votes in the latest poll. The Panthers fell behind early 2-0 as they dropped the first 2 sets and trailed in the third, but battled all the way back to pick up a hard-fought and well-earned win and extend their winning streak to 13 games. Their next action will be Monday when they travel to Heston in another crucial Region 6 match. They currently trail Johnson and Cali for the top of the Jayhawk Conference and Region 6 standings. Johnson and Cali both undefeated on the year, and the Panthers with 1 loss in conference play need to keep winning to keep pace. So they'll be at Heston Monday, and then the following weekend, October 11th and 12th, they'll be hosting a tournament here at Neosho County. So fans a chance to see a top 20 volleyball team in action and lots of volleyball there on the 11th and 12th. Basketball also is now underway. October 1st in junior college athletics marks the start of official practice, and the teams kicked it off with the annual Panther Madness. Men's and women's basketball both put on a good performance for the fans as there was a good turnout of both students and community members, got their first look at the Panthers. So they both start their preseason games this coming weekend. Men travel to Dallas. Women have games coming up. Wrestling also started their team practice earlier this week. So they're now on the mat 6 days a week, training hard, working for that first match. October 26th will be their annual black and orange duel. But also in action is a cross-country team. It's a small squad, as I'll let Coach Fletcher talk to you about. But they've run a couple races. They've got some coming up. But want to introduce to the Panther fans Clinton Fletcher, the new head coach of the track and field and cross-country teams here in Neosho County. Coach Fletcher comes to us from Samford University, where he was an assistant coach the past 2 seasons working with the sprinters, jumpers, and the hurdlers. But prior to that, he had time in the Jayhawk Conference. He won't be a stranger to many Jayhawk Conference track fans as he spent time at Allen as the head coach from 2007 to 2011, where he earned the Jayhawk Conference Coach of the Year honors in 2010. So, Coach, thanks for coming to join us.
Thank you.
Now, you spent time at Allen in the Jayhawk Conference. You made the move to Division I Samford, a well-known track and field program. What was it about Neosho County that made you want to come back to Southeast Kansas, come back to the Jayhawk Conference?
Once I interviewed and talked to the athletic director, I definitely felt like Neosho was heading in the right direction with that program. I wanted to get back into junior college and working with athletes that had goals to make it to the next level. And I enjoyed that, help molding young men and women to continue on to 2 or 4 year schools. And once I came in and I talked to some of the students, they had goals to get there. And in the past, I had great experiences working with young men and women, getting into the next level. I had some that were national champions and went on, and some competed in the Olympics as well. And I thought GoNeosho had that talent, had that drive to get their student athletes there. And I thought what I brought to the table can help the kids get to that point. So we had common goals, so that's the main reason I came back to GoNeosho.
And it's great to have you, like you said, had some success at Allen, had some success at Sanford. We had some success here at GoNeosho this past year, had some All-Americans, had some national champions. So what's your vision for this upcoming year for GoNeosho track?
My vision is to basically just make sure I organize and inform the students. Most coaches can give workouts, but every coach do not organize the same. So one thing I have done this year, we have given kids workouts a month ahead. We're giving them their schedules, let them know when they have free time, when they can sleep, when they can study, when they can eat. Just give them an idea of how much time you got throughout the year, throughout the day. And that has been working so far. Our GPA is up, and everybody's on time to practice, and they tend to what's going on. And I find that's helping out big time. So with those things, I know as long as they take care of the classroom, on the track's going to take care of the place, take care of itself. So my goal is to build on to the national champs we have, to the All-Americans. We had 15 All-Americans last year, and I want to make it at least 16 or more. So that's my goal, is to build on to what we did last year, but do it better. We have some great incoming freshmen this year. We have some big names to look out for. I think on the women's side, Tyler Kelly, she'll be a great person to watch out for this year in the hurdles and maybe the jumps. She came in running the 400 hurdles and the short hurdles, but I definitely believe she'll come in making noise from the freshman standpoint. And on the men's side, we got quite a few, but right now the person that's looking the best is David Jones. He's a freshman 400, 200 runner, and I mean, he can really shock some people this year.
And that's great to have that freshman class. We talked about some of the people coming back. We have Sheree Bates, who was an All-American in indoor, in and outdoor. And you talk about Tyler Kelly, some similar events. So someone to push Sheree, so that'll be good for her. We've got some of the big throwers that are back. So an exciting year in GoNeosho County track. Now, what's coming up in the near future? Track's a ways away. What do we got coming up in cross country?
Right now, in cross country, in 3 weeks, we have the cross country meet at El Dorado. And then 10 days after that, we have our Region 6 championship in Hutchinson City, in Hutchinson, Kansas. So those are things that's coming up in cross country.
All right. So just another team hard at work here in GoNeosho County. It seems that nearly all of them are at this point, as it gets down to it, basically baseball and softball, the two that aren't officially in season, but both of them hard at work practicing this fall as well. So exciting time for GoNeosho County fans. We've got many exciting things coming up in the near future, so stay tuned. But that'll do it for this edition of This Week in Panther Athletics. We hope to see you back here this time next week.